Right everyone, some great news. For those who are following samurai warfare and things like that, if you're really enthusiastic about samurai warfare, the new book for Natoryu is coming out in a matter of weeks stroke months. And I have just got from the publisher the very first, there's only I think 4 in existence, they run them off first to check. So you get like 1 copy to double check. And I've just got it through the post not 5 minutes ago, so I wanted to share this with you. Basically, when I was reading samurai books, it became very monotonous and repetitive. And I'm thinking, this can't be all there is to samurai. I did the same with ninja. I think, this can't be all there is to ninja. So I've done the same with samurai. What is all this Bushido? Why is every book about Bushido and not about any skills? Where are the samurai skills? So I set out to find the samurai skills. Where are these? And I came across a school called Natori Ryu. And the reason I picked Natori Ryu is because it has pretty much all of the skills you need for conducting military warfare outside of hand-to-hand combat. And of course it does have some Bushido, but it had all those skills for beginning to end. And we're going to do a series of books on them. And the first one is out very soon. So this just came through the post. Look at that, it's a chunky book. It is a hardback, and if you can see, it's got a reflective part for the kanji and the kamon. And this is the Book of Samurai, Book 1, Fundamental Teachings, and this is the Collected Scrolls of Natori Ryu by Anthony Cummins and Yoshie Minami. You get the number 1 at the top because this is going to be about either between 5 and 8 volumes, depending on how big the translation goes. This is a collection of so this book deals with the fundamental teachings. And what I mean by that is, before you even go to war, you've got to get everything sorted. So the first scroll, if I get you to it, hold on a second. The first scroll is called Heika Jodan. There it is. And that is the very first scroll. And that means, like, we've translated it as discussions on samurai families. But basically, it's living at normal times. What do you do? So there's 290 practical articles on what to do as a samurai when you're not at war. Now, the book, when you pull open the cover, look at that. Underneath, it is beautiful again. I'm well impressed with the quality of this. Again, they've gone for the gold print on there. They've got just the title there and our names again. So that's the Book of the Samurai. Sorry, the Book of Samurai. I keep putting the in. Right. So, first is the 290 different things to do in family life. So, for example, let me show you. So, here we go. Articles on houses. What you should do when you're making your samurai house and how to go about it. For example, miscellaneous articles. Let me get you one more. Travel. Articles on emergencies, things like that. So of course there is another video where I go through this in much more detail, but let me. So the second scroll, so this is 2 scrolls. The second scroll is called Ippei Yoko, and this is important points for the independent soldier, and this is literally when you start to go to war. I think some people will struggle with some of this because you have to really sort of like push your mind to get a grip on things. Like, for example, I think a lot of people will struggle on the I Ching, because if you don't know anything about the I Ching, this makes no sense. But you know, of course, you've got to go and read about the I Ching, which is good. Then, of course, as always in samurai, we have the different directions. But the greatest bit is all the different types of heads. The greatest bit is the last 50 sort of articles here on literally battlefield, trajectory of arrows, ambushes, nighttime stuff. It goes into mint stuff, taking people's heads, how to deal with servants. Now, of course, it's in detail, and we've even got 2 different types of kuden. So 2 students in the 1700s wrote down underneath the original scroll all their kuden, and actually one of the commentators commentates as much as the original scroll, so you get as much kuden as you do get original scroll. So However, right, my little bit of a serious note here. Well, first of all, I'm very proud of this, and I'm very proud me and Yoshi have achieved this, and it's taken a long time to get to. I need to say that Yamamoto, the monk Yamamoto from Eonji Temple, he's the man who did the calligraphy. He did the calligraphy for everything, so a big thank you to him. But on a serious note, when we came to try and sort out the ninja community, we looked at it and was like, this is just wrong. So we did Book of Ninja, which was same publisher, almost the same, you know, sort of design. And oh, my phone's going off. So when we dealt with the ninja community at first, a lot of people didn't know what ninja were. They thought they did, but they didn't have a clue. So when we brought out the actual ninja stuff, which is called Book of Ninja, a lot of people were taken aback by it, and they were a bit stuck. And we found that in the community, a lot of people like, oh, what do we do with it? It's too difficult, or it's not exactly going to a dojo and rolling around. It's different. So maybe not difficult, but different. So what I want to say to you now, guys, is when you read that, I want you to remember, I didn't write this, Yoshi didn't write it. We're just project people who've brought it to you in English. The actual writers are real samurai. And samurai who were not low ranking, they're quite high ranking, or at least close to high ranking people, and they led schools that taught samurai warfare to an entire province. So Nato-Ryu taught to Kishuhan the entire province of samurai. The best would go to them and they would teach them warfare. So basically, if when you read this you're not quite enjoying it or you don't like it, you've got to reevaluate whether you actually like the samurai or not, because dressing up in a kama and doing some sword play is literally the most minute fraction of samurai warfare, and that's what I was getting annoyed with. It was like Bushido and just standing very, very calmly with a sword. I was like, this can't be samurai warfare. So I went and found it, and this is only the first part. Remember, this is only the beginning, like the introduction to samurai warfare. It then carries on for quite a lot. So basically, guys, if you don't like what's in this, you need to reevaluate if you actually truly like historical samurai, or whether you're more in tune with a bit of more of a fantasy element of it. But serious note over, I am mega proud, guys. Nato-Ryu is pretty much at the heart of what I do. I really, really enjoy it. And this is step one in getting the truth about the samurai out there and changing that popular image we have. So you can order this now on Amazon. You can go to your local bookshop and order it in, but it won't be out till October. But literally within weeks it will be out. So go get a copy and learn about samurai. If you have any friends who you think would like to know about samurai, of course, pass them this video and subscribe.